Hi guys, welcome to the Season 2 layout video. There's some stuff on the layout you have not seen in my layouts before, not because some of them I recently purchased, and some of them I've had for a while, I just never put onto the last layout. I think this layout's probably one of my favorite layouts. It's not one of my best, but it's my favorite because it has a lot of nice things. It's a pretty large layout with some tight spaces here and there. Really excited. So let's get started now at Elsbridge Station. So here, let me focus. We have Thomas, Percy's top and hat. Over here's Winston and Bertie. So let's head along their lines. They both come to a switch. Thomas and Percy's. And then it comes to a T-switch here, where Derek is. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to talk to you about some news about Season 2. Season 2 will be airing Tuesday. The Tuesday after this video is uploaded. This is it's Friday today, and I'm probably gonna upload it tomorrow or Sunday. But but Tuesday will definitely be the day Season 2 airs. And Tuesday, I've made some major changes to the series. The episodes will air on specific dates, Tuesdays and Fridays. This way, it makes things easier for me. This way, I don't have to worry about filming episodes. This way, I can get the episodes out on a daily schedule. And people, I don't release them on. Sorry, I'm really blanking out here. Random dates. And also, the episodes of Season 2, every 4 will be part of a book, as you may say. It will be part of a book. And the first book will be called Tales from the Rails, but I think I'm going to change it to The Trouble with Twins in Trouble. Yeah, I think I'm going to change it to Twins in Trouble, because most of the stories do have to deal with twins. Twins in Trouble. Then the next will be called Castle Calamities, and that will deal with Ulster Castle characters. And each one will have a book. And when we get to Ulster Castle, we'll show these characters. And the last one will be called Narragansett. Narragansett will have their own book. So anyway, we come to the T-switch, and we'll go this way. Come to another switch, which is right by the airfield. There's Jeremy. And this switch goes past the road crew into Angel Washington, that's Elsbridge, Pedestrian Ridge, Thomas, Percy pulling the mail, and Andy Clarabelle, in case I forgot to mention what they were pulling. And you come to Tidman's Sheds. Now, there's a huge gathering at the shed, and it's probably because of the Flying Scotsman. He'll be on the island during Season 2. And see, you have the Flying Scotsman in the middle, Flora, Hero, Charlie, Stanley, Norman, Scruff, Wilbert, Big City Engine, and Arthur. So if we take Hero's line, we go back to Percy's line, Elsbridge Station. However, we're going to go on to Big City Engine's line. Big City Engine's line comes to where Henry is, pulling the zoo cards. Here's Patrol Officer Paul. I'll add his face, and he'll be ready to air in Season 2. He'll be Narragansett Adventures. And here we are at the docks. And let me show you something I did. I moved the face of the 2013 Bulstrode 4. All I had to do was unscrew it and then drill a hole in the front and stick the head in. It was really easy. So it looks more like a tugboat now. And once I get the Soda Bay tugboat, this one will be Sunshine from Tugs, and Tenson's will be the Soda Bay tugboat. But for now, it's just be a generic boat that floats in the harbor. So anyway, here's the drawbridge, and you come under the Soda Shipping Warehouse, and it comes to the switch at the Soda Search and Rescue Center. So if we take Belle's line, she's pulling a water tanker. You head that way towards that station. But we'll come back. There's Butch the fire crew, and there's Flynn over there, Rocky, and Harvey. So I got really confused. And there's Captain. And there's another crane for the docks. And we'll come on to Harvest Line, which goes to another switch that comes with the Rescue Center. And you come underneath the warehouse to where the Brendan Bay shipping set platform, where you see Diesel, Larry, and Bert talking, probably about plans. They will be here in the first book. Then you come this way to where Hank, Bash, and Dash are at the sawmill. And you continue along this way. You come to where the Great Troublesome Truck is and Duck are in the yard. They do pretty like the yards in this layout. So if you come this line, go to where Stepney is pulling the museum cars. I've always had Stepney though, just in case you were wondering. And Scruffy's line just goes into a special engine shed. And this is Crasher, a made-up truck I had. It goes to where Fergus is pulling the cement cars back to the brown turntable. Same as Stepney's line. On the other side of the brown turntable is another special engine shed, so it's kind of parallel. Here's Lori, by the way. And if you come this way, you come back to where Derek is pulling the Troubles and Trucks and Sweets in a paint factory barrel. Come this way, you go to where Douglas is. And if you're watching the new items video, you would have seen we've got this here. The transfer really works nicely. There's Donald pulling another fuel tanker, and Douglas is pulling a hot cocoa tanker. And if you come down this way, you go to where Duck is. Go back to where Duck is in Hector's line. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna go back to this switch, and if you come this way, you go into the docks, the top part of the docks, where you have, Salty pushing some cargo and Porter pushing cargo. Porter will appear in the first book as a major character. Here's Sydney working with the aquarium cars and the chicken car. Here's Cranky up here. One of the convenient things about putting Cranky here is that he can work with the engines in this part of the dockyard. Once again, turn the other way around. And they can work down here at the boats in the back. And if you come this way, you go to Nafford Station. We'll come back there and we'll go back to the Rescue Center. And if you go under where Bell's line splits with Flynn's, you go into the China Clay Works, which is a pretty large place. In fact, it's the largest yard area of the layout. This part was probably one of the docks were probably the harder parts to get into the layout. Sorry, it's like move, man. Anyway, it comes to a turntable, and if you go straight across, you go to where a bed is, and that just runs into a shed. If you come this way into the turntable, leads to some freight cars, and past Jack, Patrick, and Byron, and it comes just to a ramp. You go onto Bill's line, it just goes back to like these risers. I ran out of buffers, so I just use these pieces. And if you go on these tracks, they just run to sidings. There's the quarry manager, Alfie, Oliver, Big Mac. There's Hunter, Tough Hat, and Warrior over there. If you didn't watch the unboxing video for these items, please do. So now we're gonna go on back to Nafford Station. At Nafford Station, we have Gordon, Rosie, Edward, and Daisy. And Gordon's pulling the Express, Rosie's pulling on Slow Coach, Edward's pulling Victoria, and Daisy is pulling the milk. You take Daisy's line, you go into the sawmill where Ferdinand is. He's recovered from his little accident, so I'm taking positions. You come over the wacky track bridge, a new thing I put on the layouts. Here's James pulling the my special coach, which is usually used for Spencer, but I'm also using it now. That's just a special coach. And you come to the double wide line bridge. What are you doing, my boy? Watch the March purchases video for that. And this is Paxton's line pulling the dairy cars, and Stafford's line. He's pulling the animal train. Stafford really can't go anywhere because the blocks are too tall, but that's learning curve's fault, honestly. And if you go down both their lines, they run to Gordon and Rosie's lines. Gordon's line goes back up this way. Rosie's line goes along this way. Then we're going to take Edward's line, but first we're going forward. Go into Henry's tunnel. Uh-oh, what's going on over here? We have Span Cam and PT Boomer talking. Must be up to no good. Maybe they'll get some new friends this season. Who knows what could happen? And it comes back to the Rescue Center. Daisy's line and Edward's line go together. They go backwards. Well, if you go backwards, you go to where Den and Dot are at the oil refinery, drilling up oil. There's a water tower. You go backwards on Stafford's line. You go underneath the mountain tunnel. Dark Den's lines go over it. And you go to where Duck is in the yard. You like that shot from this angle. Hold on. Gotta fix a building. Okay. Oh, sorry. Had to fix a building. So anyway, if you go over the mountain tunnel, you go down to where Donald's line on the transfer table. And if you head along Donald's track, you go across this track, then you go to Wellsworth Station. Now I'm going to zoom in because it's going to be too hard for me to get to that area. Here at Wellsworth Station, you can see Toby, and that's Bulgy beside him. And come around, there's the farm. Trevor and Terrence are working. Terrence will appear in Narrow Beach Ventures. And there's a switch, and if you come this way, that's maybe set the quarry working. There's some the rest of the pack there. And if you come this way, you see where Calder and Caitlin are at Olmsted Castle, Zivell. And there, come this way, you go to where, sorry, things keep falling. You go to where Stephen is talking to Sir Robert Norby, and then if you go on Caitlin's line, you go to where Millie is working with the Griffin. And these 4 characters will each be stars of their own episode in Castle Calamities. And if you go to the other switch, you go up and around the spiral. I had it for a year now. Got it for Christmas 2012. So it's kind of a year. A little more than that. So you go up and around to where Whiff is pulling some trucks. This is supposed to be some kind of garbage train. You come around, you go down straight to Thomas's line, where the head is. I think that's it for this layout. I'm going to go over it again. It's a really nice layout. If I missed anything, I'll probably catch it on camera. I don't think I did. It's a really nice layout. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job on it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else you should know about Season 2. Talked about the schedule, how the episodes would air. So look out for the first episode of Season 2, which will take place right here. Trouble in the Clay Pits. And by the time this episode's out, this layout's out, then the titles for Season 2 and our book titles will be put up on YouTube. On my channel. You can check there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.